Just 2 years ago, I was a normal human being. I would slave away at my mundane job, have a girlfriend, hit the gym, hang out with friends and play manly video games. Then the VTuber nation attacked and they got me.
Let's go.
Tap it up, bro.
Hey, let's go, man.
Tomorrow. Wait, telephone. I love the person. It's so beautiful.
That's actually my real place.
Hey, where are you looking? Don't even think about it.
These days I'm a changed man. I mean, sure, I haven't really changed any of the normal stuff I do. Except that now I also spend time watching anime girls cook spiders.
Today is the day when the sun sets on our home.
It all started with listening to a few cover songs and it was all downhill from there. Or was it? Honestly, VTubers have this unique charm to them, setting them apart from the rest of the streamers, YouTubers and anime.
Looking good.
There are a few good videos out there about the subject matter, but I wanted to add some thoughts of my own on why exactly people have taken such a liking to those virtual idols. Some of these reasons will be good, some of them not so good, and others will be outright questionable. Since you're already on this side of the internet and not under a rock, you probably have a pretty good idea of VTubers, but here's a brief introduction to them just to get us all on the same page. VTubers use a camera to record themselves and then translate their real-life movements to the raw model via software like VTube Studio. The technology itself has been around in various forms for more than a decade, but only began making its way mainstream in 2017 when Kisu no Ai reached 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Today there are two major VTuber agencies, Hololive and Nichi-Sanji. Both of them are billion-dollar companies, although one seems to be intent on destroying itself lately. Besides them, there are smaller agencies like VSojo and last but not least indies, some of whom can rival the largest corporate VTubers. Fun fact, 7 of the 10 most watched female streamers in 2023 were VTubers, including the first place with Hololive's Usada Pekora.
Happy.
Male VTubers are less popular on the western side of the world for reasons we are getting into soon, but even talents like Soto bring in thousands of viewers per stream.
Right. X3 noses bounces on you. Ooh, you're so warm.
While theoretically VTubers are real boys and can do almost anything their counterparts, FleshTubers, can do, the culture around VTubing is quite unique. As Japan has been spearheading the VTuber breakthrough, Japanese agencies popped up to finance the costly models. These companies were already familiar with the concept of idols. Groups like AKB48 that mainly consist of young female performance. The idols would sing, dance and interact with their fans in oddly specific ways like handshake events, where, you guessed it, they would shake hands with their fans.
Hello everyone, I am Odek Tanigo, CEO of Gawr Corporation.
This is what Gawr envisioned when he started his own VTuber agency, the aforementioned Hololive. Whilst Gawr's streams were quickly shattered when the talents under Hololive became anything but idol-like,
plays the recorder better. Hey, fuck your friend!
a bunch of the idol culture ended up taking root in the VTubing community. Some examples.
Alright, now, again, for like the second time, my name is Roscoe Graves. I am the coolest zombie around, okay?
The introduction of a VTuber is called a debut, and when they cease their activities, they don't just quit, they graduate. And if you find the one VTuber you want to support with their whole heart, you can call them your Oshi, derived from the Japanese verb osu, meaning to support or to push.
not clips. You
VTubers can be compared to run-of-the-mill flesh and blood live streamers.
a mag.
Hey you, love America? Subscribe!
After all, they usually play games or chat with the viewers. So why go through all the trouble to appear as a person of anime rather than just recording themselves normally?
Yeah, that'll do.
And why would I want to watch someone hiding behind an avatar? Why? These are two loaded questions, so let's get to it, starting from the first one. Some of the benefits of becoming an anime person are easy to sniff out. Anonymity is a huge deal for most VTubers, and it is generally frowned upon in the community to look up the person behind the screen. For corporate VTubers, this no-no zone even extends to the person's prior online activity before joining the agency. So if your favorite indie VTuber graduates one day and a new VTuber joins the Hololive ranks with an oddly familiar voice, congratulations! You're now the knower of forbidden knowledge. Fame is a double-edged sword. Being recognized everywhere you go could become annoying fast.
Mr. Beast そうですね。同じね。Mr. Beast.
Having your real face known also opens your door to all sorts of weirdos. The anonymity works the other way around as well. Since everybody is a critic, it takes courage to put up creative work on the internet, whether it be your art or music or even videos with your own voiceover. Not having to add your bodily likeness to the process makes this much easier for those talented people who weren't given the extroverted personality trait when they were spawned into this world. Using an avatar also enables people who couldn't livestream due to various issues like low self-esteem, or just being born with a bad case of ugly. Whether we realize it or not, we all prefer to look at beautiful people. This phenomena is called the halo effect. Having a drawing of a good-looking character who looks the part 24/7, 365 days a year largely alleviates the issue. Even if you're an average-looking person, you don't have to go to the effort to look your best or even presentable, which saves time, energy, and even money when you factor in the cost of clothes and makeup. VTubing is accessible even to the chronically ill people. The most well-known example of this is Ironmouse, whose autoimmune disorder has made her a bedridden shut-in for years. She spends her days getting blood transfusions, taking copious amounts of medically prescribed drugs, throwing up and feeling horrible. But she also manages to stay alive for a month straight, became the most subscribed female streamer on Twitch, made many friends, entertained countless strangers, and has become one of the most influential VTubers to ever exist. Utilizing her avatar Ironmouse as a crutch, she has managed to achieve more than most healthy people like you and me ever will. Here's to hoping that one day she manages to fulfill her dream of going outside and having a pint with her friends. Watching VTubers is a lot like watching a live theater play. Everybody knows that the people on stage are just putting on an act. There's this thin layer of separation of the life of the actors and the characters they portray. VTubers put this strong persona between themselves and you, often with an intricate backstory. For some people, this is an impassable roadblock. They can't stand the fakeness of it, and they start throwing tomatoes on the Screaming Bird app. Not everybody needs to enjoy everything. In fact, that's just plain old impossible. Unless of course you watch these motivational videos, then impossible becomes an opinion. But for those who are fine with the concept, I think VTubing can become one of the most creative forms of media. Let me explain. While it's true that most VTubers' content boils down to gaming and chatting, this box of pixels has so much more to offer. If you feel like having modern art explained to you in Japanese, we got that. Feeling like opera? Fret not, I don't understand it either. Want to roleplay that somebody's stuck behind your door for an hour straight? Sure.
こんばんは、お世話になっております。しぐれういと申します。
Nyan's role is red, then Aethel? Wait,
Want to laugh at the colorblind man? No
Wait.
problem.
I'm colorblind! Guys! I'm colorblind! No! I'm colorblind, guys! No!
Want to see an anime girl riding a motorcycle in real life? Here you are. Want to see a man try to break into the third dimension?
Oh my god, dude, look, it's the gym, the bro, the young. Sorry, I was blocking my camera because I was literally pointing out where he was, but I remembered I was a VTuber for a second.
Or maybe you just want some music. You can have any music you want, as long as it's J-pop. Restrictions breed creativity, and with how few restrictions VTubing imposes on the creators, it's easy to find them doing some of the most funniest and or cursed things ever imaginable.
Stepchat, please help me, I'm stuck.
I think it's an art form in itself to use all the tools at your disposal when entertaining.
Yes, you. Over here.
Oh yeah, it's coming together. I've got so many health bars. I can't die. Where the fuck am I?
A select few flesh and bones creators like Dog pull it off well too, but it seems way more common in the VTubing world to really play around with the presentation of self. With the soaring popularity of VTubing, finding a creator that caters to your interests, humor, and let's be real here, your eyes, isn't all that difficult. It's hard to watch someone you really like and not get at least a tiny bit parasocial about it, overstepping the boundaries of normal human interactions.
Jailbirds, I missed you so much.
With VTubers, the problem is much lessened with that layer between you and the person acting behind the screen. After all, you can't be parasocial if the person doesn't exist.
You don't like real girls.
It's pretty easy to get taken with the flow and start cheering for your favorite VTubers. From the debut stream, to birthdays, to karaokes, to subscriber goal streams, to full animated storylines. The culture is built from the ground up to tell this tale to success. I was always flabbergasted by the idol concerts and how the fans seemingly went absolutely nuts waving around their tiny lightsabers. This sort of happiness seemed impossible to me. Until this past January when Watame held her second big concert and I was honestly kinda tearing up when the audience started singing with her. It still had some questionable elements, but I finally understand the pure unadulterated joy from seeing an entertainer make their way from zero to hero. Going back to the parasocial interactions, it's not like the problem has magically disappeared for VTubers. Similarly to any content creators, VTubers can make bank from a single viewer, who often equates throwing money at the screen with friendship.
Shut up and take my money.
We may be in the age of instant worldwide communication, but ironically it has unearthed some serious societal problems like male loneliness, and offered only a band-aid solution like treating online personas as your friends. The problem is exacerbated with the idol culture roots. Idols are not allowed to publicly take lovers or partners because an idol must be pure, whatever that means. The same goes for VTubers, so even though it is statistically impossible for all of Nichi-sanji's 200 VTubers to be single, the illusion mustn't be broken, and thus girlfriends and boyfriends have also become one of the taboo things to discuss.
Is that true?
I already mentioned beauty standards earlier, but somehow even VTubers have gotten into a bit of an arms race here. There are just so many VTubers these days that in order to stand out, you have to have the brightest, most colorful feathers, and a pair of big
boobies. Really?
This in turn makes things expensive. VTuber models can cost thousands, even tens of thousands if you factor in all the extras besides the art like rigging, animations, music, and so on. A good model might not magically give you tons of views, but it certainly allows you to be discovered more easily. There are a few alternative ways to get started. Corporations like Hololive can be ridiculously difficult to get into these days.
I think we applied maybe 4, maybe 5, maybe more.
But if you do manage the impossible, you are all but guaranteed a spot in the upper rankings of VTubers, and a hefty salary to boot. Of course, some corporations can also be extremely predatory with their contracts, so the other option is to start with free models, which are cheap, but getting discovered might become a problem if there are literally 30 clones of you out there. VTubers are here to stay. If you have yet to experience any of their content, I suggest giving them a go.
What does it even say press? There is no press, what the fuck?
It says press. It's literally just one word, Axel, it's press. This guy can't read!
No!
There should be plenty of examples from my video. Whether you like something or not, experiencing new things is a good way to grow in life, and watching a video or a stream is one of the easiest things you could ever do. There's a whole world out there full of creative content, and many communities dedicated to anything VTuber related, from talents to fansubbing. If you came to this video from the other side, are already an avid fan of VTubers and just wanted to confirm your bias,
Was it actually any good?
Then here we are, at the end of the video, and all that's left for me to say is that yes, you're indeed correct. VTubers are pretty cool.